Hello everyone, welcome to Boxing Sphere.
It's April 2019. Y'all know what that means. Just bring you guys this month's boxing schedule. For the month of April, we have a bunch of fights taking place around the world. A lot of these fights being shown over here in the States. We have the big ones like Crawford versus Khan. That's one to look forward to. But yeah, there's a lot of fights taking place. And let's start with April 5. So on April 5, we have the show over in Vegas that's going to be shown on Showtime. I think it's Showbox, The Next Generation. We have Angelo Leo versus Neil Tabano and Javier Martinez versus John Miralde. I know there's a bunch of other fights taking place in this card, but these are the top two ones that I know of. But yeah, it's young prospects, young fighters, trying to make a name for themselves, and here they are trying to do it on Showtime, the new generation. Showbox, the new generation. Over in Dubai, we have a fight that's going to be shown on ESPN Plus. Davy Oliveira Joyce versus Stephen Tiffany. Aliyu Bambideli Lasisi versus Kevin Lara. Mateo Tapia versus Gangrapit Sharma. Honestly, I don't know about this. This is brand new to me. I honestly didn't know about it. But I guess it's gonna be a good one considering that it's gonna be shown on ESPN Plus. So, yep. On April 6th, we have the fight over in Guatemala. Lester Martinez having his professional debut against the former champion El Matador Ricardo Mayorga. That's one to look forward to. Unfortunately, it won't be shown over here in the States. Over in Mexico, we have Ramon Alvarez, the brother of Canelo Alvarez, versus Jose Carlos Paz. That's something to look forward to as well. We have Pedro Campa versus Abner Lopez in the undercard. Over in Oregon, we have Steve Forbes. I honestly didn't know Steve Forbes is still fighting, but apparently he'll be fighting pretty soon on the 6th of April against Tavares Teague. On April 10, we have Kareem Mayfield versus Ivan Golub. And the undercard consists of Alicia Napoleon versus Ava Bajic. This fight's taking place over in New York, and the fight will be shown on UFC Fight Pass. I believe Roy Jones Jr. Promotions will be promoting it. Kareem Mayfield, man, Kareem. It's been a while since I've seen him fight, but looks like he's still staying active. It looks like he's still going at it. I'll probably make a prediction video on this fight. But yeah, this fight's taking place on the 10th of April. On the 12th of April, we have the big one, Vasily Lomachenko versus Anthony Crolla over at the Staples Center in Los Angeles, California, USA. This event will be shown on ESPN Plus. We have the undercard that consists of Gilberto Zurdo Ramirez versus Tommy Karpensi, Arnold Barboza versus Mike Alvarado, and a bunch of other fights taking place in this card. Should be a good one. April 12th is definitely a date that I'm looking forward to, and cannot wait to watch this fight on ESPN Plus. Check out ESPN Plus if you haven't yet. On April 13, we have the big fight over in Atlantic City, New Jersey. Clarissa Shields versus Christina Hammer. We have the undercard that consists of Jermaine Franklin versus Rydell Booker, Otto Wallen versus Nick Kisner, and Elena Grandinar versus Brenda Karen Karabajal for the vacant IBF featherweight title. So that's going to be a good day of boxing, because we also have another fight taking place on the Zone over at Monterrey, Mexico. Jaime Munguia versus Dennis Hogan. We have Patrick Texeria versus Dormedes Porres. Diego Del Hoya versus Enrique Barnache. So that's a good card as well. And over in Minneapolis, we have the fight on Fox Sports 1 and Fox Deportes PBC event. Caleb Truax versus Peter Quillin, Sergey Derevchenko versus Jack Kulkai, Chris Colbert versus Mario Briones, Darwin Price versus Yakumbo Amidu. That's a good one. Over in Germany, we have Dominic Buzel versus Oriel Kolai for Buzel's European title. So that's something to look forward to as well. On the 13th, we have Pedro Guevara fighting against Marvin Solona. So that's another one to look forward to. So a lot of fights taking place around the world on the 13th of April. April 20. April 20 is a big day of boxing. A lot of big events taking place on the same freaking day. well, not events, but a lot of fights taking place on the same day. We have the fight over in New York at the Garden, the pay-per-view fight, ESPN pay-per-view fight between Terence Crawford and Amir Khan. On the card consists of Shakur Stevenson versus Christopher Diaz, Teofimo Lopez versus Eddie Stadley, Felix Verdejo versus Brian Vasquez, Carlos Adames versus Frank Galarza. Over in Carson, California, at the StubHub Center, or now this whatever health center, whatever it's called these days. We have Danny Garcia versus Adrian Granados on Fox Deportes, if you want to watch with Spanish commentary. Andy Ruiz Jr. will be fighting the card. Brandon Figueroa will be fighting against Yonref Parejo. Angulo will be fighting the card as well. So it's a good card. It'll be a busy day of boxing. Not only that, we also have the fights over in the UK. Dave Allen versus Lucas Brown. Fight will be shown on the Zone. We have Chisora versus Gashi. We have Cordina versus Townend. We have Josh Kelly versus the Polish fighter. So there's a lot of fights taking place around the world on 20th. And I'm looking forward to all of them. It's gonna be tough to follow all those fights. So yeah, let me know your thoughts about all of this in the comment section. On the 24th of April, we have the fight between Wanheng Minayorin versus Tatsuya Fukuhara, the rematch. This fight has been postponed for a couple times now. I think it was originally supposed to take place in February, then March, and now it's finally happening in April. Hopefully no postponements this time around, and hopefully it does take place on the 24th of April over in Thailand. On the 25th of April, we have the fight over in Vegas. We have Conor Coyle versus Robert Burwell, which will be shown on UFC Fight Pass. We have the fights over in California. Steve Claggett versus Yves Ulysses Jr., the rematch. I'm actually surprised that rematch is taking place over in California. I thought that fight would take place over in Canada, but apparently it's over in California. We have the rematch between Negrete versus Franco. So a couple rematches over in California on the 25th. Over in Italy, we have a European title on the line between Luca Rigoldi versus Anthony Sital. Rigoldi will be defending his title in that fight. So that's one to look forward to on the 25th of April. On the 26th of April, we have the fights. We have the fights over at the, I believe the Staples Center. No. The Forum in Inglewood, California. The rematch between Srisaket Sorbong Visay versus Juan Francisco Estrada, which will be shown on the Zone, DAZN. We also have the title unification fight between Daniel Roman and TJ Doheny. We have Jesse Vargas versus Humberto Soto. We have Scott Quigg. I know it says TBA probably here, but I think his fight against Velez is pretty much official. We have Anthony Sims Jr. fighting in the card as well, so that's going to be a good one. Over in Italy, we have Fabio Turchi versus John Olivier, and we have Orlando Fradiodiglio and Steven Daniel. Man, they're trying really hard to put some fights over in Italy. They're trying to make boxing big over there, but yeah, these fights will all be shown on the Zone. On the 27th of April, we have the fights over in London. Daniel Dubois versus Richard Lartey. Leron Richards versus Tammy Langford. Jack Catterall will be fighting the card. We have the fight over in Louisiana. World Boxing Super Series tournament. Kiro Rillick versus Regis Prograis. Zulani Tete versus Nonito Donaire. Nikolai Potapov will be fighting the card. We have the fights over in Vegas on Showtime. Robert Easter Jr. versus Frances Barthelemy. Victor Postel versus Mohamed Mimone. Efe Ajagba versus Michael Wallace. And we have the fight over in Germany. Robin Krasnicki versus Stephen Hertel. So all these fights are taking place on the 27th. So like I said, not a bad month in my opinion. So there you have it. That's the month of April. A lot of fights taking place around the world. I will do my best to follow all these fights. Looking forward to doing my best to follow all of them, and I'll keep you guys updated, keep you guys posted on things, and yeah, if let me know what you guys think about this month of April 2019? Let me know in the comment section below. Thank you so much for listening and watching. Do not forget to hit that like button if you haven't yet. Please do not forget to subscribe if you haven't yet. Please, and like always, have a great day. Alright, thanks.